after a completely horrid beatdown by the New York Jets last week. Desmond King is going to dive. Christian, we need a free rusher, but we cannot guard anybody, and Garrett Wilson gets in. So I don't really know. We can't get anything. We are down 20 with Jones, and it is going to be 31-0. This week we go to Miami to play our division rival Dolphins. Can we get back in the win column? Let's find out. So yeah, like I said, if you guys watched the last episode, 38-7, we just got beat down. Absolutely beat down by the Jets, and that was our first loss in like 7 or 8 weeks. Like, we were on a crazy winning streak. We are now 7-6 though, and we also lost second place in the division. The Jets are 8-5. That means we're still struggling to try to even get into the playoffs. But we need to focus on this week because this is another division game. You're facing a bitter rival in the Dolphins this week, and limiting the impact of Jalen Ramsey must be a top priority. How will you stop him? Praise him, challenge him, trash talk. He's better than all receivers. By any means necessary, like you said, limiting his impact has to be a top priority, and is the top of the list of players we aren't going to allow to beat us this week. Yeah, sure. Beat the Dolphins and hold cornerback Jalen Ramsey without interception. I feel like we can do that. We've been pretty decent to pass. Like, this season with not turning the ball over. We definitely have. And like, speaking of, we'll go ahead and look at the stats of the season. Malik Willis, 1,950 yards, 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and like 2 or 3 of those came in the past. I think like actually 3 or 4 picks came in the last 2 weeks. Like, it's been kind of rough. Bailey Zappi threw 2 last week. And the reason he doesn't have as many yards like Malik Willis is, remember, Mac Jones started the first 3 or 4 games of the season, so he is a little bit behind. Antonio Gibson's over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, did fumble. Ramondre came back last week after missing like 7 weeks. Only got like 2 or 3 carries, didn't really do too much. Juju over 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. The past couple weeks, he's been pretty quiet too. Mike Gesicki up at 817 and 7 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd 513 and 4. Mike Peck only 463 yards. Still has not gotten into the end zone yet. Just not a great season for him. Devin Bush 92 tackles, 9 for a loss, 5 sacks, a deflection. He was upgraded to superstar Dev about 2 weeks ago. Let's look here at our sack leaders, and Adrian Phillips is actually our sack leader with 7. Reggie Roach, our first overall pick, has 5.5 and 9 tackles for loss. Not great. Desmond King, 3 picks. Marcus Jones, 3 picks. Jabril Peppers, 3 picks. 2 for Christian Gonzalez and 1 for Kyle Duggar. It's been an interesting season. Like I said, we're 7-6. We're definitely in a playoff hunt compared to where we were last year, but we're definitely still not like a shoo-in. Like, we have a lot to work to do. Defend the short pass. We're defending the deep pass. They have Tyreek Hill, they have Jalen Waddle. They're going to be going down the field. Run inside, yes, I still like running the ball. Mike Peck, Demario Douglas, and Calvin Truman are still our guys. We are not going to get 5 sacks. I actually want to get 2 passing touchdowns. I kind of end up doing a lot of the same ones, but it's stuff we can actually get to. I'm going to go ahead and continue. Go through this training. Hopefully we have everybody healthy. There's no injuries. So we're going to start on defense, and there's a quad strain for C. Grant, but he really doesn't see the field at all for us, so he's just like a backup linebacker, so he's like probably more of a special teams guy. Not really upset about that. Tyler Boyd has a hip pointer, and so does Juju. That is our number 1 and number 2 receiver out this week. Oh, no. Oh, that's actually awful. Not only just one of them, we can just upgrade him to a 7. He's a backup. Not only do we lose our leading receiver in Juju, we also lose Tyler Boyd. That means Mike Peck is definitely getting the ball this week. Mike Peck is definitely going to get the ball this week. It's going to be him as number 1 receiver. Demario Douglas is going to get some run today. And this is, I don't even know, Derike Young. Yeah, he's going to get some playtime too. That's rough. That's actually super, super rough. I was thinking maybe slot Mike Peck. We're going to put Demario in the slot. Mike Peck's going to be outside. And yeah, we're going to have a tough day today. We are very, very shorthanded on offense. But let's go see if we can go to Miami and take a win anyway. Tua, about 3,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, like 9 picks. Pretty good season. Malik Willis had a rough game last week. I ended up benching him from Bailey Zappi in the second half. I mean, we were getting blown out. He was having a bad game. I didn't want him to get hurt. But you know what? We'll just chalk it up. We were on a high winning streak. Eventually, it was going to have to come crashing down. Let's go ahead and get back out this week. Malik Willis, show us why you've been pretty good this entire season. And let's get started. So our defense is going to be on the field first. Tua Tagovailoa. Obviously, like I said, Kareem Hunt. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, like they have a lot going on. I don't know why I even said Kareem Hunt. Devon Achane in the backfield. This Mitchell guy keeps ending up on the field instead of Adrian Phillips. I don't really know why. 1st and 10, though. First play of the game. They are going to pass the ball, and we're going to be everywhere except for exactly where the ball goes. And Jabril Peppers knocks Tyreek Hill out of bounds after 21 yards on the first play. Now, like I said, last week our defense got ran over. Our offense couldn't score a single point. We're going to try to get some pressure. I don't like playing up. I don't like, you know what I mean? Because they have the speed to take us deep. Like, they can just very quickly get past our corners. As we had Reggie Roach out there in coverage against a running back. It's interesting. I just don't like the way Madden does that a lot of times. Like, a lot of times, Madden just, like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how else to word it. They're going to run the ball on 2nd and 7. Desmond King can't get there. Devon Achane throws off a tackle from Jabril Peppers, but Jabril Peppers does get back and pulls him down. This is a very, very bad start for us. Okay, so zone coverage didn't work. Man coverage didn't work. Blitzing didn't work. Uh-oh. This might be another long... This is a tough team to play against in Madden. They are very, very fast. They run the ball. Devin Bush can't make the tackle. We are struggling to tackle right now, and Achane's got 39 yards on 2 carries. We cannot, like, after the start we had, or like the midseason run we have, we cannot just give it all up here at the end of the season and end up losing on the position we made. So we really, I mean, for lack of better words, we had to just kind of lock in here. 1st and 10, they are going to throw the ball this time. We're going to be over everything. They're going to dump it down to the tight end, who ends up just getting 9 yards because there's nobody there, man. They're just, I mean, that's like 4 plays, and they have not missed a beat. They've just done everything right. We're going to try, I'm assuming they're going to run this ball. 1st down, they're going to run the ball to the right. We're going to try to get over there, but nobody can get there, and he walks in untouched. They're going to go up 7-0 right away. All right, offense, we got to get in here. We got to really make up. I mean, our defense is struggling these past 2 weeks now to give up an opening drive touchdown. We've got to be able to keep up with them, man. We've got to be able to keep up with them. We're going to start with a stretch play, and Mike Gesicki does not make a block, and Antonio Gibson gets thrown back for a 3-yard loss. I don't know what's happened these past couple weeks. We went from, like, really being dominant on offense to not being able to do anything. 2nd and 13, I don't love running the ball. I don't like any of these routes either, but I'm going to send Gesicki right up the middle, and hopefully he can find some space. And, I mean, he kind of had it, but I'm just going to dump down to Mike Peck. Mike Peck's actually going to get around the corner and get up for 32 yards. Hey, that's one of his biggest catches of his career, unfortunately for us. I mean, he's just not really getting the ball. But today, he's going to be a big, big part of our offense. Hopefully, we can get him in the end zone for the first time, man. He's had a pretty disappointing rookie season, I'd say. A 2nd-round pick, not even at 500 yards, not even being in the end zone. A lot of that's because he's just not getting open. I'm not finding the ball to him, but it's just... I don't know. Juju's been so good. Mike Gesicki's had a pretty good season as well. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I feel bad, but I also don't because he just wasn't getting open. 1st and 10, Mike Gesicki found a seam right up the middle, and Malik Willis puts the ball on the money, kind of on the money, and we're down at the 9-yard line already. Demario Douglas is wide open. I'm going to throw this to him right away. And we're going to try to dump it in there. Demario Douglas with the first touchdown of the season. Maybe his career. I don't know. Like, Demario Douglas, one of his few catches this season. But with all the injuries, gets in and gets into the end zone. And just like that, man, our offense was on fire. And as long as we make this, it is going to be a 7-7 game. All right, defense. We're going to play deep coverage, man. They just kind of took over the entire field. Our game plan was to play deep. So I guess we just had to be better with that. I'm all over the field. They're still going to dump it out to the running back, and we have nobody over there to make the tackle. And that's 17 yards on a little dump-off, man. I understand. We played far back, so I guess it kind of makes sense that they're able to go underneath and find some open space. Judon in coverage, again, it makes no sense. We're probably going to get beat exactly where he's supposed to be. But they actually run the ball. I can't get there with Devin Bush. And, man, our defense has zero answers for anything this Dolphins offense is putting at us right now. I mean, 1st and 10. Let's see if we can just make a stand here, man. They've, like, in 8 plays, 9 plays, they've done everything against us. It's time for us to really lock in. It looks like we're going to be everywhere. They're going to call that pass interference. We finally made a good play on defense, and they're going to call that pass interference on defense, on Christian Gonzalez. And just like that, they're on the 19-yard line. Yeah, man, I don't know. They're literally getting everything to go their way right now. 1st and 10. I'm assuming they're going to run this ball, right? No, they're going to pass this ball. Devin Bush gets to Tua, but Tyreek Hill kind of drops it. Desmond King kind of knocked it out. Like, I don't know. It was kind of a bang-bang play. We got a free rusher at Tua, took him down, and that's like the first time this entire game our defense has done something good. Like, something good at all. I think they're probably going to run this ball. They are definitely going to run this ball. We have nobody. Devin Bush makes a fantastic tackle, or that might have ended up in the end zone. 3rd and 5. I'm going to bring a little bit of pressure, not too much pressure because, again, they're one-on-one, they're going to beat us. We're going to try to get to Tua. Devin Bush is going to come through the gap, be untouched, and Kyle Duggar gets beat by Elijah Higgins, which is a common occurrence for him, and they're going to get a touchdown. We were about 1 second away from taking down Tua on 3rd down. Would have brought up a field goal try, but instead, it's 14-7. All right, offense, we're strutting back on the field, man. We're down heavy, man. We're down really heavy with players we have. Gesicki could definitely get open here. I feel like this is a play that just works for him. It definitely works. The pass is a little bit behind, but Gesicki gets open, throws off somebody, and dude, 4 for 4, 99 yards and a touchdown. Malik Willis is back with a fire after last game, after a pretty rough last game. And this is just an offensive onslaught, man. I mean, both teams, like, neither defense is doing anything at all to stop each other. Our running game isn't strong right now. 3 carries for 2 yards. That's our first, like, I think one of our first positive gains running the ball. Like, our running game's not going well, but our passing game is on fire. Their entire offense is on fire. I mean, you guys have seen that completely. We're going to try to run up this right side here. We have a gap with Antonio Gibson, and you know what? Terrence Steele gets hurt. We got back. He was hurt last game. Him and David Andrews, they're both back for this game, and then he gets hurt again. Our offense is so depleted. Our offense is so depleted. I don't love anything here, so I'm going to take off of Malik Willis and get sacked. It's only a 1-yard loss. Not really that big of a deal, but nobody got open. Elbow bursitis. I don't know what that means. We're going to keep him out just a little bit. He's getting hurt kind of often now, so maybe we just want to let him rest for a little bit, and I'm not going to get the snap off. It's going to be 14-7 going into the second quarter, but you know what? We had the ball. We're still driving on offense, 2nd and 11. I still feel pretty confident. This is a cool RPO. Now, our running game hasn't been working great, but we're still going to throw it out to DeMario, and that pass just gets over number 2's head. Thank God. We got about 7 yards there, or 6 yards there, 3rd and 5. I still think we need to pass this ball. We are definitely in field goal range, but the way their offense is running, I do not in the slightest want to take a field goal. We are going to set ourselves up for failure. I saw R1. I was trying to get over there to make an easy throw, and Zeitler got to me, and they pull us out of field goal range, which is rough, which is actually really, really rough. I'm going to see if I can put this ball into – whoa, they got a block animation. Thank God they didn't get it. They run into my kicker. I didn't punt that great, but they ran into my kicker. That is – or the punter, whatever you want to call it. Personal foul, roughing the punter, roughing the kicker, whatever the hell you want to call it. We get it, Jerome Baker. We keep the ball. We're on the 23-yard line. That is a we got bailed out. We got called for that twice, I think, last week. So I'm glad it finally went in our favor. I'm looking at these routes. It's Gesicki or it's Douglas. I mean, the entire way. And it's Gesicki again. That pass was not where it needed to be, and it's thrown. It's an interception. Okay, well, we got the ball back on a penalty, and Malik Willis missed the throw. That ball was just not where it was supposed to be. It was too far inside. I didn't pass lead or anything. Like, the ball just was not placed well. And, yeah, they have the ball at the 8-yard line now, which sucks, which definitely sucks. We're getting pressure on Tua, and he throws the ball away. I mean, hey, second attempt. This is a spot, after interception, they have full momentum. We cannot afford to let them go down and score. If they get a touchdown here, make it 21-7, we could be en route for another blowout, and we cannot have that. 2nd and 10. They're actually going to run the ball, and Devin Bush makes a fantastic play, runs right through the gap between the center and the guard, runs through the fullback, and is now 3rd and 12. Very, very good start for our defense right now. And I don't love zone coverage here. We're going to go ahead and run it, though, and just hope we can hold them. I'm going to be everywhere. Oh my God, they ran a screenplay. Reggie Rose gets the 2, and Judon almost picked that off in the end zone. But either way, they go nowhere. They just lose 2 yards on that drive. 4th and 12 now. We're going to get the ball back. Interception didn't really hurt us that much. They didn't go down and score. We just have to play the field position game a little bit more now. Marcus Jones, man, he's been pretty rough. He's fumbled the ball a few times. Doesn't do it here. We're going to get the ball at the 50. 1st and 10. We're going to try running the ball again. We get some blocking. We get a gap. We get a decent gap there. Get 5 yards. 5 carries for 18 yards for Antonio Gibson. I still wish I might go back to putting Ramondre as a starter, make Antonio Gibson the 3rd down back, because Ramondre's not getting any carries right now. But let's just be honest, Antonio Gibson's been better. Malik, stop, man. That's an easy throw. And Javon Holland is acting like he did everything, even though the pass was just bad. Malik Willis every once in a while just has one of these throws where he just completely botches it. And a lot of times they're easy throws, and it's really a drive killer. Like, it's absolutely a drive killer. We're going to get up the middle. We only got 2 yards there. They just don't hold the block. Like, as soon as I go to run, they just do not hold the blocks. I'm not punting this. 4th and 3, we just stop them. This ball is probably going to go to Mike Peck. If not, it's going to Gesicki. And I'm dropping it down to Gesicki. He drops the ball. They're going to get it on a 4th down. Turnover. I don't regret it. And we got it. Like, the 1st down was there. and the ball just got dropped. What am I supposed to do about that? I don't know. It's just frustrating. It's just very, very frustrating. And then they just hit the gap because we had nobody there, and just like that, they're at the 32-yard line. We got to have a team meeting because our team is just really starting to just not play well. We're just not playing well. 1st and 10, 32-yard line. I'm assuming they're going to run this ball, and we're going to try to be there with Devin Bush. And Devin Bush makes a great tackle, and then we hurt their left tackle, Teron Armstead, one of the best left tackles in the game. So that's hopefully going to help Reggie Roach over there, getting past their guy, because now it's just a backup in there. We need Reggie Roach to be better, honestly. He's not really done too much. They're going to throw it behind the line of scrimmage, and we're going to get a fantastic tackle from Devin Bush again. That is back-to-back plays for Devin, our new superstar linebacker. And just like that, you know what? They're at 3rd and 14. We're doing everything right again. Let's just make one more stop, get the ball back. That's really all we can do at this point in time, as we are everywhere. Tua throws the ball away. 6 for 10, 89 yards. You know what? We've been really good these past 2 drives on defense, and they are going to take the field goal. Interesting. Dave Jason Sanders, he can probably hit this. It's around 50-some yards. We're going to try to block it if we maybe can. We can't block it, but it's going to go right. He's going to miss it, and we're going to get the ball at the 43-yard line. Back-to-back fantastic drives from our defense. We're going to start off with a little play action because we tend to run the ball a lot on 1st down. I don't know if it's going to break anywhere. I'm probably just looking to dump it off to Josh, and I'm just going to dump it right off to Josh. He got open. He doesn't get the ball very much. He breaks a tackle, and just like that, at the 39-yard line. Josh does not get the ball as often as I would maybe like, but anytime he gets the ball, honestly, it works out pretty well. I mean, he gets touchdowns. He gets short yardage when we need him to. This is either going to go to Gibson or just dump it off to Mike. And I should have dumped it off to Mike because we got no blocking whatsoever. We get back to the line of scrimmage, and yeah, man, I just need our offensive line to be better. We're going to try a little bit of a tight end screen here to Mike. This is a weird play. It's definitely a weird play. We need blocking to work out for us, and it does. Oh, he gets right past the defender. The defender was not. Defender took the worst angle possible, and Mike just gets up right through for 17 yards. Hey, I'm not going to be upset about that in the slightest because I don't know what that guy was doing. Mike Gesicki's got 3 catches for 75 yards. Let's get Mike Peck involved maybe. But no, this ball's probably going to go to Gesicki again. It's just the way the routes line up. I'm going to step into the throw, and he's just going to miss it. Unpressured, in the pocket, stand still. He just missed the throw. I don't know. This is hopefully, we only got a couple more games of Malik Willis, depending on if we get to the playoffs or not. And I'm hoping we can draft a quarterback this year. We didn't do it this past year because I didn't love anybody. Gesicki gets 4 yards, and Terrence Steele gets hurt again. Dude, this is the 3rd time you got hurt this season, and 2 of them are in this game. Gesicki, again, Gesicki right up the middle might be this plot. It's got to be the plot. Go up, high point the ball, bring it down. Mike Gesicki is having a career game, and we are finally going to tie this game back up at 14 apiece. Bruised ribs, so I guess we're just going to be without Terrence Steele for the rest of the game. I hope if he comes back in and gets hurt again, I'm going to be pretty upset. Devon Achane, 8 carries, 60 yards at the touchdown. I mean, he's having a pretty good game. We stopped him behind the line twice, but those other 6 carries, he's just been nuts against us. 1st down and 10. I'm assuming they're kind of going to be in their 2-minute offense. They are going to run the ball though on 1st down, and our defensive line just absolutely engulfed their offensive line. And Christian Barmore makes a tackle for a loss. A guy I feel like I really don't mention much. I don't know. I feel like it does make a lot of plays. But at the 2-minute warning, it's going to be 14-14, and we get the ball after halftime. I'm 99% sure. So if we can stop them here and score, we have a really, really good chance of doubling them up before halftime. Now, usually I say that, and it just doesn't work out that way. It just never happens. But all you can do is try, right? 2nd down and 10. We make a tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Christian Gonzalez brings him down. I thought inbounds, but apparently he had gotten out of bounds. I'm going to bring pressure. This is going to be a make or break play. There's a big chance they just take this 90 yards and bit us. But Marcus Jones has a chance to get in here to the quarterback. We have a free rusher at Tua, and of course, it's just Devin Bush gets beat underneath by a tight end, and the drive is going to keep going. No big deal. It would have been cool to get the ball back, but whatever. I like how it's a tie game, 14-14, yet they have a lot of momentum. That just feels a little weird to me. We have a pressure on Tua, and Kyle Duggar's going to jump up, can't make the pick, but does knock, I'm assuming it's going to be Sterling Shepard or something, out of bounds, and is going to be 2nd and 10. Tua, please keep taking those deep shots. Our defensive backs will eventually pick one of those offs. Trust me. We're going to be everywhere here. Oh, they put that underneath for Shepard. He gets 4 yards there. Does stay in bounds, though. Clock is moving, man. They got to... They can't be, you know what I mean? They cannot be taking too much time off the clock doing all this stuff because we are here for it. 3rd and 6, big play. We need to make a stop here. They're going to run the ball. Devin Bush gets stopped up. Warner makes a tackle along with Christian Gonzalez, and 4th and 3, we're going to get the ball back before halftime. Our defense has been fantastic this second quarter. All right, Malik, it's been a decent game for you. You've missed a couple throws, but 48 seconds, 3 timeouts. We have plenty of time to make something work if we can. And there's Gesicki, of course, because who else would it be across the field? We actually have 2 timeouts, not 3, because I took one that last time. I completely forgot about that. We're going to try this play where Demario Douglas or, again, Mike Gesicki could get open. And Demario Douglas gets a little push off the line, gets open, makes a catch. We're going to call our second timeout. 21 seconds. We're already at their 44-yard line. I mean, in 2 plays, it's been fantastic. 3 catches for 34 yards for Demario Douglas. And honestly, Gibson, you block. This, again, could go to Demario. Depends. It's not there, but look who it is. Mike Gesicki can't get down. I'm going to call a timeout. I tried to spike it. Hopefully we get one more play in there. Can't do that. It's going to be a 43-yard field goal. Mike Gesicki, 7 catches, 132 yards. And he's got 1 or 2 touchdowns. I'm like 99% sure. And just like that, we go from down 14-7, our offense couldn't do anything, to now up 17-14 going into halftime. And yeah, we get the ball coming out of halftime. So us stopping them, even just getting a field goal was nice because now we have a chance to go up 2 scores, man. Not too often does this work out for us, and we got no blocking. We started to 16. Fantastic. I desperately want to get our running game involved more this second half. We have the lead. I want to try to keep it. And there's a beautiful hole. Our offensive line just opened up a beautiful hole, and Antonio Gibson gets like 17 yards. 7 carries, 35 yards. Hasn't been doing much. Our passing game's really been kind of what's carried us through this game. But, hey, we have a whole second half to kind of get this done. Run a stretch play. The blocking isn't there. I make a cut. I ran into, I think, Michael Onwenu, unless I probably would have had another 5-6 yard game. But it is what it is. We're going to, I guess, pass the ball here on 2nd and 9. Demario Douglas could get open underneath. It depends what Jalen Ramsey does. And actually, neither one of them get there. So I'm just going to throw it to Mike Peck. Makes a juke move, and Mike Peck is at the 30, the 20. They missed the tackle. Mike Peck, 66 yards for his first career touchdown. Mike Peck has arrived. And just like that, man, after a huge play for Mike Peck's first career touchdown, we were up 24-14. And now they have to get something on offense. If they punt the ball back to us again, these guys could be in massive trouble. I'm stuck there with Devin Bush, but they just dump it down. One of our defensive linemen, I think, was out there in coverage and makes a tackle. Works out for me. I mean, yeah, their offense has been completely stalemated since the first quarter, where they went off on us quick. They got 2 quick touchdowns on us, and then we just completely locked in. Kyle Duggar kind of pushes them out of bounds, but it's more Jabril Peppers. They get 1 yard. It's now 3rd and 6. I kind of want to bring pressure again. I need Kyle Duggar to lock in here, please. Please, Kyle Duggar, stick with A-Chain. We're going to blitz. We have a free rusher at Tua, and Adrian Phillips, our sack leader, gets his 8th sack of the season, and just like that, we're going to make them punt again. Mike Peck, 2 targets, 2 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. We've only looked at his way twice, but both times have been pretty big yards. I mean, the first one was like 30-some, and then that was like a 60-some yarder. Absolutely nuts. 1st and 10 here. We're going to try running the ball. Josh, make that block. Josh makes a fantastic block. Demario Douglas makes another fantastic block. And Antonio Gibson's up the left side of the field. And boom, our offense is on fire right now. We go up 31-14. Our defense is fantastic. We can now see the main route, which is going to be Jalen Waddle going out to the left side. I mean, hopefully we can still block it. We get another sack. Christian Barmore runs up the middle, untouched, and takes down Tua Tagovailoa. That's quick. That's a hard one to say while you're super excited, but it worked out for us. We're going to play deep because I see where Sterling Shepard's going to try to go. If we can maybe block that, I guess, and they're just going to dump it underneath to Tyreek Hill, who breaks a tackle, gets 9 yards, 3rd and 7. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened at halftime. But just because. I did not change anything. We are still on all Madden simulation. I literally did not change anything. We just got momentum on a couple big plays, and that kind of changed things for us. Now, I do see Tyreek Hill's going to go across the middle. I wonder if I can maybe just play that and stay with that, and I'm there. We need to get pressure on Tua. We're not doing it. He's going to run. Kyle Duggar's going to lay out Tua, but we could not get pressure with only a three-man rush, and they do convert on third down. That's okay. Again, this is a good offense. They've made some big plays, so we're not going to completely shut them down. 1st and 10, they're going to run the ball again, and Devin Bush dives at Rashad Penny's feet, knees, whatever you want to call it a dirty hit, I don't care. And Devin Bush, after getting superstar Dev, is having the game of his life right now. It's actually kind of nuts. They're just going to run this ball deep. I'm going to bring an extra blitzer. We get an extra blitzer. Christian Gonzalez dove at that ball, was able to knock it out, and just like that is going to be 3rd and 12. Our defense is playing with a fire under them after last game where they got absolutely spanked. 3rd and 12 here. This is a big, big moment. If we can stop them here, we almost guarantee this game is over. They're going to dump it out. He's going to go out of bounds. Desmond King is going to come up and make a tackle. 4th down and 5, and I'm assuming, they're just going to punt the ball right back to us. Antonio Gibson, 9 carries, 96 yards and a touchdown, but 60 of that came on one run. I mean, that's nuts. He hasn't really done much all day. I think it's a big, big run. I mean, heck, we're going to really start just kind of chewing this clock out if we can. We can't get a block from Cole Strange. I'm just going to cut it outside. And there we go. Antonio Gibson's over 100 yards again. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, since he's been there, so glad to see him back. I mean, might as well just keep the ball on the ground. We've had a couple good plays now. I wasn't even holding R2. We just ran into the back of one of our offensive linemen. Kind of dumb. I got handed the ball as Antonio Gibson and just ran me straight into the back of him. Frustrating. Definitely frustrating. 3rd down and inches, though. Try to get him off sides. Can't do that. We're just going to go right up the middle. And Antonio Gibson gets the 1st down. That's a spot where I want to see Ramondre get the ball, if I'm being completely honest. And honestly, going into this 4th quarter, maybe it's not the smartest decision, but I want to make sure that Antonio Gibson does not get hurt. He's been so good for us, and we've seen a lot of our players go down with injuries. So let's just make sure he is going to still be our 3rd down back. But we're going to start giving Ramondre the ball, man. We got to get him acclimated back into the offense, and then the first play is still Antonio Gibson because it's out of the shotgun. But we got to start getting Ramondre kind of acclimated back into the offense here. And I just don't want Antonio Gibson getting so many carries going into the playoffs, if we make the playoffs, that he gets hurt, because then we'd be in an awful, awful, awful spot. But I'm not even going to snap it. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We were up 31-14. This was a 17-point quarter for us when they scored nothing. 2nd and 8, we're going to give the ball to Ramondre for the first time today. Like I said, he had 2 carries last week coming back from his injury. Just didn't really get the ball a lot. Didn't really get great blocking there. Only got a yard. He's just not as fast as Antonio Gibson. He's definitely more of a power back only kind of guy. But it's just kind of what it is. This is like Dereke Young. He's going to get a catch here. I mean, sure, I don't know what he can do, so you might as well at least give him a chance. He's going to try to get up the middle there. Gets 6 yards. Do I punt this ball? They want to punt. I don't mind it. We took it into the 4th quarter. We're up 17, so we're up 3 scores. I don't mind playing the field position game. Our defense has been so good, and just like that, we pin them back to the 14. So I would like to keep adding points on offense, but I'm not. You guys understand it's just how this game works. We're going to try to bring pressure here on 1st down. We're going to get a free rusher at Tua. I dove. It was a screenplay. I dove. Devin Bush, or I think it was Marte Mapu dove. And yeah, I called a blitz on the screenplay. They played it perfectly. And Devon Achane gets a big touchdown receiving-wise, and they get on the board for the first time since the 1st quarter. It's going to be 31-21 now. So I really, really want our offense to kind of, if ideally we can end this drive. There's 5 minutes left. It would be kind of tough. It would definitely be kind of tough to do that, especially when we're getting that kind of blocking. They know we're running the ball, and they're just going to start run blitzing us and stuff like that. So we are still going to have to rely on Malik Willis a little bit. But if we can get a couple 1st downs, at least get this to the 2-minute warning, I feel pretty confident. There's about 4 minutes left. I think we can do it. I really do. I didn't love anything there, but Mike Peck gets open across the middle of the field and dropped it? Really, dude? He caught that and took 2 steps and got hit and dropped it. Okay, well, they're starting to definitely get momentum back. That's actually not. That is a ball that should not have been dropped. I'm going to give Mike a chance. He's going to go up. He's going to make a massive catch. You just made up for it, man. Forget everything I just said about you last drive. That is a huge, huge catch by Mike to keep that drive alive, get it under 4 minutes, and, put us in the field goal range. 3 catches, 145 yards, has a touchdown. And Ramondre cannot do anything. He's had a rough 2 weeks since he came back. I think he's definitely lost his starting spot. I mean, the way Antonio Gibson's been playing and then the way he's been playing since coming back from his injury, I can't find any reason to give the ball to Ramondre. Now, that ball was thrown behind, but Demario Douglas has enough speed to make that a 9-yard gain off of that. So it's going to be 3rd and 3, which is fine. 7th in points allowed, and they've given up 31 today. I mean, yeah, our offense just kind of went crazy at some spots. We've had some big plays. Demario Douglas had 4 catches for 43 yards. We didn't have our top 2 pass catchers. Didn't really matter. This is another ball that could go to Mike, and we got no blocking at all, but there's a huge gap, and Malik Willis is just going to go down and kind of dive for it, and we finally get a run from Malik Willis to kind of work out. And you know what? This is going fantastic because just like that, it is the 2-minute warning. That Mike Peck catch down the field might have legitimately made us, saved us the win. They still had to score twice, understand that, but you know how it is. They got that big touchdown. They were stopping us on offense. They would have went down and scored again. It would have been way, way closer than it needed to be. So I'm just kind of glad they did that. They do take their first timeout. They're just going to start taking all their timeouts. Worst case scenario, we kick a field goal, go up 13, but they have no timeouts left. That's kind of the worst case scenario for us right now. They take their second timeout, and I think I'm going to give this ball to Ramondre again. Like I said, worst comes to worst, they just take their third timeout, and they can't stop the clock at all. Hopefully, though, we can get this first down. We're going to go right up the middle, and Ramondre gets the first down. They call their last timeout, and just like that, we can kneel it out to win. I'll see you guys at the end. And just like that, we're in the QB kneel position inside their own 5-yard line, just for a little bit of disrespect. They're a division opponent. A little bit disrespectful. But let's look at the stats. We win 31-21, a great way to come back after last week. Malik, 16 for 21, 344 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have a pick on a bad thrown ball, but one of his best games, I think. Really, really one of his best games. Tua, 16 for 22, 210, 2 touchdowns. Had a good game running the ball. And Tony Gibson, 14 for 113 and touchdown. Great game by him. Devon Achane was good. They just didn't give him the ball a lot. And then Ramondre just didn't do much. I don't know. Now, receiving, Mike Gesicki, 7 catches, 132 yards and a touchdown. Demario Douglas, in one of his first games, really playing for us at all, 4 catches, 43 yards, got into the end zone. Mike Peck, 3 catches, 145 yards, a touchdown with a 66-yarder. Our Mikes went nuts today. Mike Peck, Mike Gesicki, you guys really stepped up in the absence of Tyler Boyd and Juju. Defensively, Devin Bush with 8 tackles. He also had 3 tackles for loss. He's been such an underrated pickup for us. It's been fantastic. Christian Barmore had 2 tackles for loss. Adrian Phillips had a tackle for a loss. Adrian Phillips also has a sack. Christian Barmore also had a sack. There was no forced fumble, but Matthew Judon had a pass deflection, as so did Christian Gonzalez. Christian Barmore with an upgrade. And he was fantastic today. Finesse moves at 78, power moves at 73, block shedding's at 77. He could be better really all around. I'm going to do run stopper, though. We need to be better against the run, and he's one of our main contributors in that. +1 to block shed, +2 to play rec, +1 to speed. Which he's up to a 78, 83 play rec. He's good. Like I said, he makes plays. He's pretty quiet. He's not a standout for his overall, but he makes plays when we need him to, so I can't really be too upset with him. Stopping Jalen Ramsey was a priority for you and clearly played a big part in the win this week. Who deserves the credit? Credit players, applaud coach. No, the players, man. It's tough as a coach to write checks only your players can cash, but I had a ton of faith in them coming into the week, and they delivered in a big way with that performance. 100%. Your wide receivers will have +7 catch in traffic and spectacular catch for the next game, and all receivers have earned 2,500 XP. Huge. That is absolutely big time for us. That's going to do it, man. Next week, Week 16, we are in the home stretch trying to make the playoffs, and to do that, the 5-9 Pittsburgh Steelers are coming to town. It's going to be a good episode. You see, we have the Steelers this week, the Cardinals next week, and then we finish out with the 11-3 Bills, who are no doubt going to be at the top of the division, so hopefully we could just play a little bit of spoiler for them going into the playoffs. We have the playoff picture, and right now we are in the AFC, and we are the 7th seed. We are in as a wild card team, the last team right now. Hey, we've came a long way from 1-5, man. We are making big, big plays. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Please go down to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Please just keep watching my stuff. I love making content for you guys. Go check out our podcast, Time Out with J&G, every Wednesday, every Saturday. The NBA Finals are coming up. As you guys are watching this one, the first game was last night on Thursday, so super, super exciting. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.